Welcome to another training video from XMPRO. Today we will be looking at the button control and how to use it in App Designer. Button control falls under the category called action. These controls allow you to set up navigation from one page to another. Let's say I want to navigate from this landing page to a details page. I can achieve that by using a button. So I'll drag some layout controls first, and then I'll put a button inside there. Let me also just center align it. Now let's see what options I have for this button control. In appearance, I have a few styling options. Like, if this button should only display text, you will notice that the button effect will go away. Or it should just have an outline, which will give it a border around it, but there will be no background to it. And lastly, the default option, which is the button itself, which has some more effects to it. So that is for the styling. You can also choose a type, which can be either the default one, or you can give it a success or failure color, like marking it danger will make it red, marking it success will make it green, or you can just keep it as normal. You can also choose the text it should have. Like that. And there are further options like tooltip and if the control should be visible or not. The last option in appearance is also that you can choose an icon for it. For example, if I choose library, you can upload an icon. But if you want, you can use the standard library that's available, and that will put an icon for you. We have still not configured its action, which we will do now. In action, there is an option to configure the navigation, which basically tells what should happen when the user clicks on this button. So I wanted to navigate to another page, which is asset details page. Now these navigation options have been covered in detail in the hyperlink video, and you can always go through that one. So I'll skip some of the details to keep this video short. If I save this and launch the app, you'll see I have a click button, which takes me to this details page. If I go back to my landing page, I can edit it a bit more. And this time what I will do is, I will try and pass a parameter from this page to the next one. And let's say the parameter I want to pass comes from my data source. So I have a box here, or a container, data repeater, which is bound to a data source. If I want, as part of my navigation, to send a parameter, I can do that by clicking on the button and going to its properties and choosing a page which is accepting a parameter, and in there you'll see that I will have an option to map those parameters. I can either map them by providing a static value or choose one which is available in my data source, like any of these. So let's say I choose my asset ID and I apply it. And I also apply the same asset ID over there. Now when I launch this app and I click on, you can see that it has loaded that asset, and I click on this, it will take me to the page which displays that asset ID over there, which was received as a parameter. Lastly, looking at the button and its different options, you'll see we have a validation option, which will be discussed in detail in its own video, but in summary, it allows you to validate a form. So if there was a form on this screen and you want certain controls to be required, etc., you can add that validation, and before this button actually navigates, it will check if all those controls are valid or not. Similarly, you have some behavior options where you can disable it or choose if the control should be focusable via keyboard navigation. So this was how to use a button control. Thank you so much for watching.